Hey Shield Vaden, hey Redwing, hey Alchemic Punk. What is up? Marina is here.
Yeah.
Hey Marina.
Hell yeah.
Femboy Echo, Shield Wall Space, Kunzi 14. Blah, 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 blah. What does that say? Amber System. Hello.
Okay.
I can't wear my glasses because it will permanently dent my nose.
Wait, hold on a second. You wear glasses to have even better vision than you have right now?
That's what I'm saying. You should get another eye test.
I can't even... I have contacts in right now. I can't read that.
Can I have the Clefairy that's behind you?
Yeah.
For comfort?
Of course.
Excellent.
I'd never deny that to you.
Okay. This is my therapy Clefairy. Redwing, I think I already said. What does that say? Art of Synth. Hello, welcome. And hello to Jim, and hello to Val, and hello to Galaspa, and hello Failing Cookie, which I think is a great username.
Val about town.
And hello,
Town about Val.
Prince Infidel. Welcome everyone to the stream. It's a doubly exciting stream because it's the first stream since I'm back from Armenia, and my face is a new face now. I have my face. I do not have the brow. My nose is straight on. I've been telling people how much I used to angle my head to look at them so that my nose would be straight on. Now I don't have to do that. I can just look at you directly. So don't think of it as goodbye to my wonky nose. Think of it as hello to this ear, which you are not used to seeing. It's a doubly exciting stream, though, because Jess is here.
Hi, I'm also here. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say.
Yeah. It's exciting that you're here. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nat's also here, but she's over in the corner.
Nat!
Hi!
This is great.
Hello!
This is great. I love this because if I'm watching the stream,
Yeah.
I always want to see Nat.
Right, but then
But I can't.
I'm like a nice treat. This is my
Right.
ideal streaming setup.
No,
I'm in the corner.
Jess isn't
I
saying
make
it's good for the
annoying
audience.
interjections.
No.
Jess isn't saying it's good for any of them. But
Yeah.
Jess gets to see you.
I'm saying this is wonderful because I can just look over and see Nat.
This is what I enjoy
you guys
about
don't even
my
know
life.
what you're missing out on
I get to
right
see
now.
Nat every day.
You honestly, this is fantastic. It's pretty sweet.
You're seeing the perks. You're considering moving here because you can see Nat all the time.
That is a really good point.
I'm here all the time.
Anyway, so two things. One, I am open to endless comments about how beautiful I am. Nothing is too far. Just tell me how much of a simp you are and how you are adoring my looks. I paid $7,000 for them, so I do not mind. Secondly, thank you to Shield Wall Spaces who tipped £10 and said, got my salary today, congrats on your trip to Armenia. And I just wanted to say thanks for that because you're preempting and giving me a good segue into saying, if you want to support the stream,
That's professional.
I
I don't know if any of this is... I'm sorry, I'm killing your segue right now. I don't know if any of you realize this on the stream, but there isn't actually a bar in this space right here. That's actually done in post-production.
What are you talking about? It's right there. It's literally...
So-
Look, you can
I guess this is the benefit of, having OBS open on your screen, is you can, shit. Fuck, I fucked it up. Never mind.
It's physically right here, look.
Oh my god, that's... There's actually an object right here.
You want to knock on it? Oh, you're knocking on the actual physical object. You're just ruining the bit. It's amazing. So if you want to support the stream, please subscribe, watch here, or donate directly using command tip, but especially please donate directly using command tip. Oh no. because I've lost a lot of income the last few months because I haven't been able to release videos. Essentially, this will probably be in the plug every time now. I've lost a lot of income over the last few months. I haven't been able to release videos. My fucking dad died. Also, I had to go for a trip for surgery. I've been unable to work, and the cool, excellent, dope as hell thing about being a social media influencer is there is no sick pay. So people have just been unsubscribing from my Patreon, and I've lost like $1,000 of income. And I want to release a really, really, really cool, good video this month. But I can't do that unless I get a little bit of help, please. So if you can afford to tip, to donate directly using command tip, please do. If you want to support other ways, you can subscribe or cheer, or go to patreon.com/Mars, and then you'll see my scripts early and my videos early when the video is done, and that would help me too. Cool, I've done the plug now. Should we play some Stray? I want to play some Stray. Oh my god, it wants me to log into Steam. Fuck. Jess, be entertaining. Tell some jokes. So you're a professional streamer. Tell me about that.
What's that?
You're a professional streamer. Tell me about that.
Oh, I'm hardly a professional streamer. And really what I'm saying is, like, what part of any of the, like, 20 minutes I've been on stream leads you to believe that you can call on me on a moment's notice to be on the ball? Because, I mean, so far it's just been
Magical, wonderful.
Struggling.
A treasured moment in my life.
Struggling to understand what...
Very happy to be with you here in this moment.
I'm very happy to be with you here, too. And also, to be able to tap on an object and completely miss the joke.
Stray. Meow. Meow. Oh my goodness, people are donating. Shield Wall, thank you for tipping another £10. That's so nice of you. And Alchemic Punk, thank you for tipping £15. Also, Shield Wall said, also, your new face looks great. Thank you so much. I think so too. I will also tell surgery stories if people want them. I don't mean gory stories about being in surgery. I don't remember being in surgery. I just like popped out of the universe for 20 hours because I was on fentanyl. Yeah. For me, it was instantaneous. But I do have nice stories. For example, the next day when my surgeon came in, she had like the exact energy of someone who had been staying up all night doing their job really well. Like, you know, the exact energy, like someone who's like aced an exam because they stayed up all night. That was the energy she had. It was very good.
I'm not sure I can relate to that, actually.
But it was just like, I was, you know, groggy, full of opiates, very nauseous, and I was like, has it worked? Is it good? And then she came in, and the way she was looking at me was like, she was looking at me like a painting she had just finished. And I was like, felt good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the Stray music. Should we play some Stray? Uh-oh, the music stopped when I moved over. Fuck! There we go. Oh, no, the donation bar is on here. No, that's the wrong thing entirely. Jesus Christ.
This is why you wait 45 minutes.
I'm a professional streamer.
You know what? This is actually why I wait 45 minutes. However, what I'm noticing is, it's actually not the end of the world that
it's still
she's
fine.
having to do this now.
Yeah, it's actually just fine, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Worth knowing. What are people saying in the chat? Shit.
I don't know.
Guys, I can't read your chat at all. I'm really sorry about this. It's
I got
so
you,
far
chat.
away, and I can't wear my
I'm
glasses.
on chat. I got you.
Okay, thank you, Jess. I appreciate
Tell them
that.
about the women who stopped you in the street.
Getting an A+ on the Making Girls Pretty test. I think I've been offered fentanyl before a procedure, but I politely declined, so I just had the procedure without it. They did use a numbing spray for the area. Oh, right, that makes sense. The woman who stopped me in the street? Oh, right, yeah. I was wearing my nose guard, which is really hard. Like, you can, like, knock on it. Because it's, like, meant to hold my nose in the correct place and be, like, taped down hard and everything. And while I was wearing that, it was fine to wear my glasses because, like, it's not going to dent my nose. Because, yeah. I was walking around Yerevan, like, just exploring and having a chill time, and this woman, like, was crossing the road the other way to me, and she, like, looked up at me, like, mouth agape. She was properly, like, as I walked past, and then she, like, came over and stopped me, but she didn't speak any English. She was trying to explain. She got, like, Google Translate up, and it took, like, fully 10 minutes for her to get around to, like, explaining, like, and showing me the phone that said, like, it is not possible to wear glasses on an operated nose. And I was like, no, it's fine. How do I explain that? Because I didn't want to then, like, have to try to Google Translate back to her. So I knocked on a street sign. I was like, this is hard. It's hard. It's fine. The doctor said it's fine. And she was like, oh, okay. And then I went and got an ice cream.
It's really cute that she was concerned.
Genuinely, yeah. Just actually really nice of her.
There were lots of people walking around with little plasters.
It's very
on their
clearly
nose.
a huge centre for medical tourism for
Yeah.
cosmetic surgery, yeah. Now that I've been given permission to simp, just want to say how gorgeous Sophie is. We need to redistribute FFS access to all trans people, so all trans people get the chance to look so good. I completely fucking agree. We actually recorded a lot of stuff while we were there, and a big part of that is just us saying over and over again how fucked up it is that the NHS doesn't offer FFS. Like, it is really fucked up, and I don't know, just like, I had to go to fucking Armenia. I was threatened by guys with bats twice. Some kids, like, threw a cup of ice at me. Like, dudes would just, like, stare at us aggressively in the street. Like, less so after the operation. I became a lot more invisible to people, but, like, it sucked. It sucked, actually, in many ways. Like, Armenia is a beautiful country. Yerevan is a beautiful city. The food culture in Armenia is just unfucking believable. We ate at Dol Mama, which is Armenia's restaurant, and it's like, it's the best place to eat in the city, and it's just so good. And, like, I cried. I cried because the food was so good. I was fully like the guy from Ratatouille. Like, I was just, like, fucked up from how good the food was. I just had an overwhelming sensation of, like, life is amazing, and I feel grateful to be alive and to be here with, like, two women I love, and, like, eating this beautiful food, and it's too much, and I just genuinely was overwhelmed with emotion by how good the food was. Armenia is very cool in lots of ways. Additionally, dolls shouldn't have to go to Armenia to get FFS, actually. Yeah. Haley Snaily saying, what a nice lady, about the woman who warned me about my nose bandage.
Yeah.
I want to find a carpet so I can just, like, make muffins.
Oh, okay. It took me a second to get that. I'm like, what? Why would you don't make muffins on a carpet? Hold on a second.
There's some carpets you can, like, play with, and it's really nice. It has a very good tactile feedback.
So do you think this is what being a cat is like?
Yeah. I think there are little
Starting to get
control
jealous.
prompts everywhere telling you how to live your life.
Everyone loves it though.
Everyone loves it there. Yeah, that's right. Genuinely.
You know what? I'm starting to get why.
In a similar way, talking with Leica about furry stuff was very similar to, like, egg moments. You know egg, like, the specific flavor of egg moment where someone is just like, some dude is just like, it's just obviously better being a woman. Like, women just, it must just be great to just get to be beautiful all the time. Yeah. In a very similar way, I was talking with Leica about furry stuff, and then I remembered Bast and Everyone Loves It Here, and I was like, oh, I did a whole episode of our podcast about how everyone loves being a cat,
Yeah.
and it would be great to be a cat, and why was that?
And you were voicing a sexy lion goddess.
Yeah. What a mystery.
Tell them about the public dogs.
You could tell them about the public dogs.
I'm not on screen.
Okay,
You
fine.
could be on screen.
All of this is available to you and more. Okay, in Armenia, generally in the Caucasus and in the, I guess, former Soviet Union, it's kind of like people, the government doesn't like clamp down on there being stray dogs. Instead, they like clean them and spay them and make sure that they are healthy and make sure that they're fed to some degree. And then, oh, here we go. Oh. Yes. 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 Okay. I'm pressing the meow button. There we go. And so there are just loads of dogs, just public dogs, running around all the time. Just hanging out, lying in the sun.
Hanging out in little gangs,
Yeah.
wandering around.
Yeah.
Just like the healthiest, most relaxed dogs you've ever seen in your life.
Right, because everyone's pleased to see them.
They're so chill.
And I was saying also, it really seems like way fewer people own dogs in Armenia because all the people who would like to have a cuddle with a dog but would not be a good dog owner do not respond to that situation by getting a dog. They just go to the park, find a dog, and have a cuddle. And that's just excellent. That's how everyone should get to live.
Like, there was a little dog that trailed us halfway up to the hospital when we came to meet you after surgery.
Aww.
Just came up for pets.
Aww.
That's incredible.
So cute.
Bye, Shield Thaden. I hope you also have a wonderful day.
See ya, Shield Aiden.
Also, thank you to Lo-Fi Lemonade for the subscription.
Oh.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Lemonade.
OMG, it's the kitty game. It is.
Kitty.
That. Uh-huh.
Public access puppas. That's right.
Yeah.
It's good as hell.
And Lorcan, thank you for subscribed 35 months.
Holy shit. That's a long ass time. That's nearly 3 years, actually. Jesus
That's
Christ.
a lot of months. Thank you.
That is so much.
And
month.
also, hello personally from me to you.
I've forgotten the objective, and
But you're a cat.
I know
Like, this is the thing.
the fact
Is
that
there
I've
a
forgotten.
objective?
Yeah,
Does it
there's a
make
whole
sense
thing
have
they want me to
objectives when
do.
You're a cat.
I just like
Reject objective.
I appreciate what they were going for, but now having forgotten the objective, I'm remembering that there's meant to be an objective I'm supposed to know, and I don't want to do that.
Is there like an
I just want to
objective
be a
menu?
cat.
I am cat. I do not understand these words.
This is
The
always
objective
my
is to
problem
meow.
with open world games. I just want to play and fuck about.
Yeah,
And
I
then
just
have
want to
go do
exist.
stuff.
exactly. What else happened? What other stuff happened in Armenia? Oh, I'll tell one of the stories about the guy threatening us with bats. The first time that a guy tried to threaten us with a bat, we went into a general store, and there was this teenager working there, and he went into and he was really unhappy to see us, me and Leica, and he went into the hardware section and got a baseball bat and then stood tapping it into his palm, looking at us from the other end of the store, while everyone else was just being normal, just being a normal person.
Yeah.
And he just didn't stop doing it. So once I was done checking out, I said to Leica, just wait here for a sec, and I just went into the hardware section, and I got his attention like this. I was like, "Hey, excuse me," and he turned around, and I picked up a big mallet, a big iron mallet, and a little axe, a little wood cutting axe, and I went, "Hey, excuse me, do you think that I should buy this, or do you think I need this?" Don't worry, I don't think I need either of them. And I put them down, and I just laughed. And he didn't speak any English, but I think he understood me pretty well.
Yeah. Well, remind me never to cross you.
I was just sick of his shit. It was just really, it was embarrassing more than anything else. as in for him, because it was just like, he's a teenager, he's like 5'2". I tower over this boy, and he's trying to like intimidate us, and it's just like, fuck off, you waste man.
Faye Haven has subscribed to Tier 1.
Oh, thanks, Faye Haven. Now you have access to all the cool Tier 1 emotes like CIA Fanboy and MILF Pills, and everyone will think you're cool when you use those emotes.
I know I think you're cool already, and you haven't even used them yet.
Wow.
And they say, "Hey Sophie, you look great. Welcome back to hell."
Thanks, Faye. Thanks. I think I look great as well.
There was a significant period of time whilst we were in Armenia, we were like, Jesus, I'm glad I'm not in Britain right now.
Yes, that is actually very true. Oh no, that's not where I wanted to go. The idea of misclicking and going to the wrong bit is also deeply, like, antithetical to the cat experience, because I don't really feel like cats go anywhere except where they want to go.
Yeah,
Notoriously.
Cats famously will just, even if it doesn't make any sense, they will go where they want to go.
Exactly. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? And the cat's like...
Cat's like, I want to be on the other side of this. I will squeeze through an imperceptibly small hole.
Yeah. I'm playing with the bowl now.
But, yeah. I will ooze through this small hole. Somehow I will become liquid.
Cats are actually slime molds. Oh. Oh. Oh, damn. Oh,
I
damn.
think I've seen a movie like this once.
Was it Air Bud?
Might have been Air Bud.
Where did the ball go?
It's over somewhere. Right there.
There we go. Nice. Okay.
Oh. Touchdown.
I am gonna get bored with this soon.
Downtown.
I think that I need something that's good for us hanging out and chatting, because I'm really not feeling like figuring out the objective and trying to find a place right now. I really just want to cat around, and then that has like limited, honestly, surprisingly limited return on investment. Whereas if I'm just doing an autism on Shadow of the Colossus and just like trying to perfect my speedrun exploits, that's probably something I can do while chatting more.
Well, it's completely up to you.
Well, I'm going to play with this ball for a little bit longer first.
Okay.
Everyone, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying me just batting this ball around, please consider paying for the stream by subscribing or sharing or donating directly using command tip, especially the last one, because I need some money. Because... Can I just skip to saying I need some money because my dad died? Can I skip the... Do I... I need some money because I've lost a lot of income recently because I haven't been able to release videos in a little while, and I want to put out another video, but I want some money to do it right and pay collaborators, and so it would be really appreciated if people could help me out that way. Thank you. Whoa, that says Jess, kind of.
Whoa. No way. To me it says Jedi.
Yeah. You know what? You're more correct.
But also, I'm Star Wars poisoned.
What does that say?
Where?
How about a long dull walk through the Russian steppe? No, if I play Pathologic, I'm gonna have to read all the shit that they're saying in Pathologic. Like that's not gonna be, that's really not gonna be conducive to hanging out either. And then I'm gonna want to read what they're saying in Pathologic, and then I'm gonna want to talk about what they were saying in Pathologic. And honestly, that's just that. One of those is not being a good streamer. One of those is not being a good like host to my guest here. I shouldn't have to subject Jess to like my opinions about Pathologic.
Extended opinions.
My very lengthy opinions.
I'm really excited about your Pathologic video.
Thank you. I am too. I bought a Plague Doctor's mask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see how a video game about everyone getting sick could at all be relevant to anything today.
Yeah, it is hard to see. But thankfully, I'm very good at media analysis, so I'm gonna tease it open for everyone, and they'll all get the deal.
Hidden meaning inside Pathologic. Might seem like a casual game, but actually, there's some very deep lore.
You have to understand a little history to get it. If you cast your mind all the way back to 2020.
It might seem normal that you're just being a doctor, but actually in Russian culture, it's frowned upon to be it in a pandemic. Those people on Twitter have got to be one of my favorite type of guys. The people who are just like, about any specific culture, like, they went there once and they're like, oh, you're all making fun. The one that comes to mind immediately is like when the ex-prime minister of Japan was killed. You have to understand, culturally, it's very frowned upon to kill ex-prime minister.
You may not understand why people are talking shit on Shinzo Abe today, but culturally in Japan, it's really disappointing when you die. It's considered like quite bad. Like we all know, in Japan they care a lot about honor, and it is considered bad to go out like a bitch. Like that's just considered culturally. It's a big deal for them. And the police have this weird attitude towards like making a shotgun in your garage and then deleting the prime minister. I don't know. You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't really get it.
You have to understand, culturally, it's very frowned upon to shoot someone with a gun.
I liked when it happened. My friend tweeted, like when it happened, and then the pictures came out of what they raided from the apartment, and they saw the 9-barreled gun. My friend tweeted, I'm actually cancelling Shinzo Abe's assassin for the extremely cringe act of not using this gun. Box Full of Leaves, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. I am going to change the stream over to Shadow of Colossus.
Yeah.
After we've enjoyed some cat nap for a little bit longer. So the cat's just napping. Can I move it around at all? No. It just zooms in. I'm gonna make it do another little nap. It's nap time again.
Pat Pease says, Sophie, do you have any plans for this, the spookiest month of the year?
Well, on the spookiest day of the year, I'm hoping to release a new episode of Monster Man.
Yeah.
Monster Man?
Huh?
Tell me more.
Well, Monster Man is a series about monster stories, why we tell them, what they mean, and where they come from. And I've been researching for about a year about giant myths. And in particular, kaiju. So, like, not just giants, but like spooky animals, giants. And I have some thoughts. I'm going to share them. But socially, I have plans that are none of your business. I'm gonna go to a little party. I think I'll be like a demon clown.
Oh yeah.
Sexy demon clown for Halloween.
Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, I'd be like, why would you add clown on there? Why not just demon? But I've been fully clown-pilled today.
A thing that happens often when people hang out at my house is they become clown-pilled.
Right.
They become honk champ.
Honk champ?
They pile into the car, and then we broom around the ring, and trip over our giant shoes. And
That's
then...
just trans culture.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. I dropped my jelly bean.
No.
It's not actually
I
a jelly
kinda-
bean,
I
it's a
kinda
Mike
take
and
offense.
or Ike.
Kind of take offense to you calling it a jelly bean.
It's just a
actually.
differently shaped jelly bean. In what world is this not a jelly bean?
In the world where I've never seen that be called a jelly bean in my life.
Have you had jelly beans?
Yeah, they're a different shape.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Jelly beans are bean shaped. Duh.
Yeah, you know what? You're making a good point. If I just picked up like any milk chocolate candy and was like, oh wow, magic stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, now that you say it, they are very similar to jelly beans.
Yes. You're right, Jess. I am really smart.
I think they are different, though.
How? Can you explain how?
So I think jelly beans
Mm-hmm.
are less consistent
Interesting.
in that I think that usually get jelly bean maybe I can demonstrate this.
Okay.
I have Mike and Ike.
Yeah.
I open Mike and Ike.
Uh-huh. Is this one a Mike or an Ike?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't ask their name before I disassembled them. You can see it's like very...
I think a jelly bean would do that. I think we're gonna have to get jelly beans and compare.
Maybe. But I think you've got Mike and Ike is just like this jelly thing. It's got like a very loose candy coating.
Yeah.
I think jelly bean is different in that it's all kind of made of the same stuff.
I don't think so. I don't think so. This is where we part ways philosophically.
Interested
So-
to be proved wrong.
Temporarily, physically, because I need to get up and put Shadow of the Colossus on instead. Wank. That's funny. Jess, tell some jokes.
I don't need to tell jokes. People in chat are already making fun of me. The consistency is less. You know what I mean, or you don't. In which case, go eat a Mike and Ike and find out for yourself.
I thought that sentence
Go
was
read
gonna...
theory.
I...
I can't educate you.
I thought that sentence was gonna go differently. You like go eat a Mike and Ike.
I'm not here to educate you. Alice Quinn Rose says, jelly beans have a soft candy coating that flakes apart when you squeeze them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Just like these candies right here. Yes, correct. You're right about that, Alice. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you might be right about that.
Oh no.
These are different somehow.
they're less bean shaped.
They're less bean shaped. The consistency is less.
Why did I throw my Russian medicine onto the beanbag? This is bad. Yeah, you can have the knives.
That's dangerous. Why do you think you can trust me with these knives?
Ah, you had them earlier. No one came to any harm.
That time.
You have handed me a lot of interesting ways to break Twitch TOS. I can think about 3 different ways to break Twitch TOS within arm's reach of me right now.
I think I just lost my vape. That's fucked up.
Yes, my
It's
water
on the
bottle somewhere
desk.
around here. I filled it up.
Yes.
And then it's right there.
Nat,
Yeah.
can you pass me my vape?
Where is it?
There.
Ah!
Thank you. I love you so much. I appreciate you every day.
I love you.
You're wonderful. You do so much. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you so much.
That's great.
That's great. That's the best. Okay, it's cool. Let's change to Shadow the Colossus. And I need to edit the thing. Where did it go? Now I can change the title from Where My Catgirls At. You know what? I'm going to leave the title alone. The title's already perfect. Shadow of the Colossus. Okay.
Can you not show knives on Twitch? I think you might be able to.
It's not worth it.
I wouldn't. I don't know. You probably can.
I'll show a knife for $100 donation.
I think you'd have to
running.
be very specific about how
Track.
you showed the knife
Yeah.
on Twitch.
That's true. I shouldn't threaten you with a knife.
Yeah.
That's ruled out. Probably shouldn't juggle the knives.
Probably shouldn't juggle the knives.
Shouldn't do it shouldn't show the knives in any way that is dangerous, or even really implies the danger of a knife.
Yes. I think that is very important.
But if I'm just having a little moment explaining to people
Yeah,
how much I like the knives,
I think it's probably like YouTube and like
which to be fair I can do because I am very excited about these knives.
yes.
For
I think
example,
it has to be like for educational purposes. I feel like that would be like one of the ways that you could do it.
For example, the X50, which is a very good camping and hunting and survival knife. You can see it's got a lot of different features on it. For example, here it has like a little screwdriver on the hilt, which I think is just delightful. And this like rope cutter wire strimmer feature, there's a little like second blade in there. Plus it's just an ergonomic handle. So it just fits your hand really well, and it has two grips. So one for if you want to hold it like this, and another if you are doing like, pressing into like to peel a potato.
And these are very solid as well. So I know like you could have this like family altar. You could have like an icon on your bedside table, because I know people like to wake up and say their prayers to their icons.
I like to wake up and see a knife every day.
I'm fully on my Milo Yiannopoulos arc.
Oh my god. Okay. Browning should sponsor you. If Browning would sponsor me, oh my god. Anyway. They should send me more knives. That would be amazing. Anyway, I have the X50 and I have the 364 twice. And I won't discuss any of the situations under which I purchased or made any kind of use of them in Armenia, because that would probably be TOS.
Probably. I mean, TOS is... I don't know. Philosophically interesting.
Yeah, TOS is more of a state of mind than anything else.
It really is. What is or is not against TOS?
Are we TOS right now? I feel TOS, so...
Yeah.
But maybe it's just that I feel TS.
I feel like it's very similar to, like, the actual, like, law as it exists, as enforced by police officers, in that what is or is not against TOS.
That's true. That actually reminds me of
is,
something my uncle
like,
used to say, which is that if you can't be physically subdued, no crime is illegal.
That's right. If nobody watches your stream, you cannot break TOS.
That's also true. That is also actually true. I, of course, was kidding, and the law is the arbiter of morality, so we shouldn't mess around with
Right. When we were
suggesting
saying
that
that
anyone would
earlier,
do any
what we
crimes.
mean to say is that TOS is very serious.
Yes.
We're listening. We're improving. We hear you, Twitch staff, and
And we
we're
respect your lifestyle, even if it's not ours.
we're trying to do better.
But I don't personally like when they shove it down our throats. I just don't like that everyone else has to do what they want. Alchemic Punk saying, I personally prefer TF over TOS or TS. I can't believe you would shit talk TS. Anyway. I'm gonna practice my goofy little jumps and tricks and flips right now.
TOS is okay, but really TNG and DS9 are where it's at. Thank you,
Thank you,
Lord Cam.
Lorcam. I didn't have to. I knew it was. I didn't have to read the message. I knew it was Lorcam. I've been watching a lot of TNG in my recovery. It's been really good.
Yeah.
It's been deeply, deeply healing and spiritually nourishing. It's been exactly what I needed. Okay, time to practice some speedrunning. Here we go. Jump on the horse, jump on the horse, jump on the horse. Yes! Okay. TF contains TS? Oh wow, okay. Now, how's your day going?
Doing good. Playing on the ground.
Of course.
What's a nonogram? That looks too complicated for me. What is... That's like Sudoku, but...
A little bit. You kind of... It tells you how many coloured patches there are on each line, and you have to figure out.
So it's like Minesweeper?
It's not unlike Minesweeper, actually.
You can figure out where they will go from the numbers along the side.
I failed
So it's
doing
kind of
my...
like Sudoku as well.
A little bit.
Sudoku
Cross between
Minesweeper.
Sudoku and Minesweeper, yeah.
That sounds pretty fun.
I failed at doing my goofy little flip, so I'm going to try again.
So, are you now in the shadow of a Colossus, or...?
Currently, no. I'm just in the shadow of a hill.
I see. Well...
But as I'm going to discuss in my Monster Man essay, giants, hills, what's the difference, really?
True.
Good
There's
point.
there's a lot of folklore where people have made up stories about hills being sleeping giants. The big regional thing. It's quite fun.
Aren't they, like... Is that in the same vein of, like, islands being turtles?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Like, it just makes sense. If you, like, drive through, like, the Lake District or other, like, mountainous regions, it really just does... It is just, like, a really immediate, apparent effect that, like, they look like big sleeping animals. Oh my god, come on.
What are you trying to do here?
I need to hit a really specific patch at exactly the right angle. Nope, not like that. I also have to do the timing just right.
It's slower than just running up.
Well, this is practice.
But
I've put the
it
practice
will
tag
pay
on.
off.
I've put the practice tag on. I'm not
Yeah.
just like, this is not the run. This would be an awful run. Oh my god. Oh my god. Abysmal. Okay. It's actually killed the conversation because you're more curious about what I'm doing.
No. I've actually just been distracted.
Wow.
Not even by what you're doing.
Okay.
It's the thing about me being distracted.
Ah.
Is that actually I can be distracted by a great many different things.
As one of the, like, 3 people in our social circle who doesn't have ADHD, I can't relate.
Yeah.
I feel like such an outsider when everyone else is talking about losing things in their hand.
Yep, that's a class. Where'd my water put? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, back in the same place as before.
It was right where I put it.
Hey, Carry Magic. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it right this time. Okay, Jess? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie's excited to see you. They say,
Oh.
yay, Jess.
Hey, Carrie, I'm excited to see you too. I guess I don't exactly get to see you in the same way that you're seeing me. But you understand what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been cool having Jess visit. I've learned a lot about Jess already. Like, she doesn't have a sinus.
Yeah,
Incredible stuff.
that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I have, like, some sinus, just not the front part.
Yeah.
Although I don't think you need it, or either that or every doctor that I've had is criminally negligent towards...
Well, I mean, I haven't been using my sinus for like 26 years, so I can't really fault. I think that, yeah, I think it's not necessary.
Honestly, don't need it. I'm streamlined. Version 2.0.
Oh my god.
I mean, really, all that tells me is that I just haven't been headbutting as many people as I could be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have a denser forehead than... That's really just a mild superpower. There's actually a Spider-Man villain who just has a really thick forehead, and so...
You know what? That was me before FFS. Now I'm just, like, not supervillain level, but still have a dense forehead.
Fair enough. Who just raided? I can't read that. I have to give up on reading.
That's what I was doing. I was looking at stuff like this.
At the antiques market where I got a bunch of souvenirs, there were a bunch of like old books, which were really beautiful books, and I'm sure that they were really interesting too, but they were all in Armenian or Russian. And so I would just stand like perusing them and just like saying out loud to people who didn't speak English, "It's a shame I can't read." I gotta learn to read one of these days.
Here's some news. Choking Ouroboros 87 has gifted 5
Whoa!
tier 1 subs.
That's so many tier 1 subs.
5 of them.
Thanks, Choking Ouroboros.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. To who? And who and who and who and who?
To Orc Mum.
Yeah, Orc Mum. Hey, Orc Mum.
It's Farer.
Hello.
Oinesso. Cosmic Envy.
Incredible.
And Technetium 98.
Congratulations to all of you. You're now tier 1 subs, and you can use all of my cool and sexy emotes.
Right. You've been... Someone has out of their very kind and generous heart, waved you into the cool club. So please do enjoy your time.
Welcome to the cool zone.
Welcome to the cool zone. And thank you to Choking Ouroboros 87 for that. They say Streamlabs won't let me donate for some reason.
Oh, shit.
So here are some gift subs.
Well, I still really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Especially thank you for doing that because you wanted to tip but couldn't. I do like tips. It means that the money is with me now, but the money will be with me in the future and is with me spiritually. So that's, that's still something. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Everyone, if you are enjoying the stream, please consider paying for the stream. You can subscribe or gift subscriptions like Choking Ouroboros 87 just did, or donate directly using command tip. And if you do that, you will be helping with my little fundraiser because I have lost a lot of income over the last few months. I haven't been able to work. My dad died. I had surgery. It's a rough time. Because I've lost the income, I really need some help paying collaborators to make a really cool, good video that I want to make this month, and I would really appreciate your help if you are down with that and cool and based, because it's based to give Sophie money. And it's actually cringe to not give Sophie money. And when people are talking in casual conversation and they're like, yeah, I didn't give Sophie any money that time, people generally go like this.
Yeah.
Let me just change to close up for a second.
It's that picture, it's that meme picture of like
just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
They go like this.
We can
So
we
just
can
chat.
recreate.
Just imagine you're talking to us, right, at the bar.
We can recreate
And
that picture.
We had good vibes until now, and we were getting on. It was going really well. And then you said, well, yeah, Sophie was asking for money, but actually I didn't give Sophie money. And then we go, like... Hey, is Dave doing that thing? Should we go to that thing Dave was doing? Do you want to leave, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Because I think it's kind of, the vibe isn't good here now. That's what'll happen. So just be warned. Just be warned. You've been warned. I'm sitting on a heat pad, which is deeply excellent because estrogen has made my body cold. But also, it's very hot in my little feet. It's burning my little feet.
Turn it down.
No, I need the heat. You don't understand. My body used to heat itself. I used to be a red-blooded American male. And now, I'm a weak and feeble femoid. I was trying to explain this to Nat the first winter after I got on estrogen. I was like, no, you're cold. I'm colder than I've ever been in my life. I'm feeling this cold more than literally ever. Please understand. There's a big message there. Can you see what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Beef Tony
Hey, Beef
subscribed
Tony.
at tier 1. They've subscribed for 26 months.
Wow.
That's quite a few months.
That's based.
That's like at least a couple dozen months.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, I've been replaying Cyberpunk 2077
Oh.
for a video and had to reflect on how virtually all of the verbs of that game involve interacting through violence. I'm glad
Yeah.
that games like Stray exist that prove Cyberpunk can be more than that. I also
yeah.
rewatched your video and still like your insights.
Aw, thanks, Beef Tony. A lot of people I've seen recently, like Cyberpunk fans, who are really pissed at me because they're like, well, all the bugs are fixed, and it's like, I know, and I said that I said that they would just, they would just fucking underpay and overwork their developers to just fix all the bugs. But that's why it's worth focusing on how broken it was when it was released, so everyone understands that. Very frustrating. Also, like, every now and then there's a big patch that comes out for Cyberpunk 2077, and it, like, there is absolutely reliably, like, without fail, there is a Games Radar article, or a Screen Rant, or Geek Splooge, or whatever, that is just like, the new patch fixes everything wrong with Cyberpunk 2077. And I'm just like, okay, did it fix the story? Like, did it fix the culture of the company that made it? I don't think that's true. I think apparently they have flying cars now, though, so that is kind of cool.
I mean, I've seen some flying cars in that game.
You know what? You got me there. I'm really out of practice at this exploit. I really like that the hardest exploit in the speedrun is literally the first one you have to do. That's very good. That's very excellent. I also just love failing over and over again on stream. When we were doing the Red Planet stream and I was playing Celeste, people were being so fucking rude. They were so angry at me for just like, and it's just like, I'm just playing the game. Like, the normal process of playing Celeste is just to try until you succeed.
On stream and not just a regular stream, like a stream where you have to entertain. So it's just like stuff on screen for people to watch whilst you're speaking.
Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm actually not going to, like, derail my conversation with a guest who's dedicated their time to come on this charity stream for charity to take your advice on how to play Celeste. Please piss off.
Right. have you considered that you might be playing the game entirely wrong?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
You know you can climb that, right?
So what have you seen since you've been in the UK? What's your opinion so far?
I am just kind of astonished that there's like a whole country of you people. You
Yeah.
know?
Brit bongers.
I like to think of us as New England classic.
Yeah. Original flavor.
Yeah.
There's just like a whole like British people just are really all out there.
Yeah.
Also, I was talking to Nat about this, but like apparently all school people wear uniforms.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Almost all. That's the jump. That's how I'm supposed to do it.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
And now I'm going to keep practicing. Now I'm going to go back to failing at it.
You know you're actually not supposed to jump back down, right?
Thanks, babe. Yeah, I did actually know. Yeah.
But that is why all of them wear uncomfortable clothes
Well,
and need to look all fancy.
my boy Mickey F would say because they're preparing them for a class-divided society where
Right,
the working
but-
class have to wear uniforms.
I've also noticed certain things, which is that
Uh-huh.
not all of the adults that I see are wearing suits.
Yes. Correct. Yes.
What's up with that?
Well, they want children in the UK to learn from an early age that it's good and normal to blindly follow orders and never question the system and never question why you're being asked to do anything.
Do you think it like started off as like a joke? They're like, let's see if we can get these kids to wear these uniforms.
So what you're saying is probably the uniforms started off much sillier looking. Probably they made kids wear like just clown suits.
Oh, they did.
No. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying like once like one day they're like, you know what, like let's see if we can get these kids to wear like these clothes for a little while. Like there's an event coming up. We want them to look nice.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if they can wear these. We can get them to wear these.
Uh-huh.
And then like they just did. Like there wasn't really too much of a backlash to it. So like, oh, we can make them do anything.
I think maybe one headmaster went to someone's wedding and they'd had all of their kids dressed in like matching outfits. And that headmaster was like, shit, kids are dumb.
Shit, I can get them to do anything.
And then when the descendant of that same headmaster went to the colonies, he was like, I could get these kids to
lived there.
To pledge allegiance to a fucking flag, I bet. Easily. Yeah. I could easily do that. Kids are dumb. I could just tell them that they have to salute and pledge allegiance to a flag every day.
Right. These kids have never even heard of a Roman salute.
Oh no!
Bet I could get them to do it.
Oh no! That one actually isn't American. That was actually a British innovation, getting kids to do the Roman salute. There's some choice pictures of our dearly departed queen.
There's some choice pictures of U.S. school children as
very
well,
cool,
doing a Roman
very
salute
excellent,
while saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Rory Not Rory is asking, what's a Roman salute? It's the Hitler salute. It originally was, the original form of it was how people would say, like, Hail Caesar, and that's like, the Nazis were doing a history thing, because they love history so much. They learned all the important lessons from history, such as fascism always ends well. Okay, I'm pretty consistently pulling this off now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I kind of need to pull it off every time, though. Like, I need to be able to reliably do it at the start of the run so that I don't have to, like, scrap my run and start over.
Yeah, I feel like if there's anything to practice a whole lot, it's this.
Yeah. Oh no. I hate climbing on the butt of the horse. It's just so undignified.
So anyway, what you're saying is that UK school children
Yeah?
have now, because of a joke of like getting them to wear uniforms,
Uh-huh.
have now just been like completely subsumed into a culture that makes them do degrading things.
Well, I would go a step further and say this is the really fucked bit. It's very normal for kids to get to debate whether kids should have to wear school uniforms. It's something that comes up like practically every year of education at some point. We get a little like
Pros and cons.
fun mock-up democracy thing.
Yeah.
And the result is always, and has always been, and probably will always be,
Still gotta wear
they
your
should
uniforms.
still wear uniforms. And I think that teaches kids a really interesting lesson about British democracy.
Yeah.
Yep. Some schools will also throw in, like, should kids have to do homework as another little, like, fun debate that they should have. Some, just, like, focusing on the issues that kids care about the most. Showing them that they can have, like, well-reasoned, good opinions
Talk about it.
that, like, are really worthwhile, that their peers will share with them, and they can discuss the arguments and formulate really logical, sound, scientifically based reasons as for
And
why
their
the
teachers might
institution
even agree with
is
them.
bad. Yeah, and the teachers, the adults in front of them, might even agree with them and nod along and, like,
And then
and that it will achieve nothing, which is really good, really cool. Anyway, so you should just instead just cut the sleeves off your uniform, like my friend did.
You can cut the sleeves off your uniform?
People just try and like personalize them whatever way. In our school, I'm sure this was a very common thing. In my school, the girls were always getting in trouble. Actually, everyone was always getting in trouble for like you have to wear ties.
Yeah. Fat knot.
It's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
for like making a really like wide like fat tie knot.
Fat
that
knots,
was the
yeah.
fashion
Everyone loves a
when
big,
I was in school.
thick fat knot.
Personalize your uniform.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Wear
deep.
the tie how you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go deep into my traumatic school history.
Okay.
But the school uniforms here are even like above and beyond what I had to deal with.
Yeah.
So, the uniform for the high school that I went to was
Okay.
collared shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just had to be a collared shirt. So
Okay.
whether that's like a polo, like
Okay.
short sleeve, long sleeve, and then like a khaki pant or shorts or anything that wasn't like denim or like athletic shorts. You couldn't do that. It was like I don't know, some sort of like nice pant or short. That was pretty much like that was the standard uniform. That's what
Right.
you had to
That
wear
sounds a fair
every
bit
day.
more flexible.
Pretty flexible.
Mm.
Then we had like what I saw kids wearing here, which apparently they have to wear all the time, which is like full like dress shirt,
Yeah.
like dress pants,
Yeah.
belts, tie, dress shoes.
Yeah.
But we only had to wear that on mass days where we went to like mass and like
Dress up fancy.
Mm.
had to dress up fancy for the church, right? And that was like once a month or like maybe once every 2 weeks.
But you also did have to go to mass, so there's that.
I mean, it wasn't so bad in that like I mean, it was bad because you had to dress up extra,
Right.
And, like, that's the thing that I don't understand, is that, like, I hated dressing up extra.
I hate
so
wearing
much.
stiff collared.
Yes, yeah.
I always hated it so much.
So, like...
Most people would just, like, discreetly unbutton their top button, and if you pull it wide and you have your tie pulled really fat like that, then at some point a teacher's probably gonna tell you off, but...
Yeah, I just can't imagine, like... Here I am, like, here's the population of U.S. school kids. I'm, like, very small, like, religious, like, education.
Yeah.
And then,
That's
like...
just the whole population.
Yeah.
And then, in that very small population, we've got, like, okay, we have this very strict uniform once every 2 weeks.
So...
How does the whole UK population put up with doing that every day?
Our school,
British brain to realize that that's the whole point, that every person you meet has worn that school uniform.
Yes, yeah. Except, this is a crucial thing, I think. Because speaking of, like, the lessons that it teaches you about British democracy, right? Our school, instead of having, like, a lax uniform policy, they thought it was good enough to have what they figured was like a more chill uniform.
Yeah.
So we all had the same polo shirt. Like, we just all had a polo neck shirt with short sleeves.
Shirt.
Yeah. And there was no
that
jacket.
Is nicer.
It was like, it was more comfortable than wearing a shirt and tie and blazer and having to have a belt and having to have fancy shoes.
Yeah.
But, and also, like, a pretty crucial thing that, like, a lot of kids don't cotton onto from their own experience, unless this is your experience, is obviously that, like, poorer kids can't afford the uniform, and so, like, it's a real struggle for families when they're being asked to, you know, have to get, like,
kids get fucking disciplined
bunch of shit
being poor, as if that's their, like, moral failing.
When you then have the uniform debate in school, people point out that, like, if you don't have a uniform, poor kids will be visibly poor because they won't be wearing a uniform, and then they'll get bullied for it.
Stop impoverishing children instead.
Right? Maybe we just deal with a wider issue in society. Imagine that. Imagine if no child had to grow up poor. Can you fucking imagine?
Sounds pretty nice.
Yeah. I'm going to a dark place. Anyway, instead of having a lax uniform policy, we had what they figured was a more chill uniform, and true to all, like, adults who are, like, trying to make, like, a compromise but not question the underlying institution, that meant that they then, like, were way harsher on the uniform debate. Like, when we would, like, push back on having to wear a uniform at all, rather than it being like, well, we already have a chill uniform, we don't really care if you wear the uniform, it was like, we gave you a comfortable,
and you're not
cheap
grateful?
uniform, and then you mess with it. Like, this was the explicit thing that, like, adults would say to us all the time when kids would make alterations to their uniform. They would be like, we give you this uniform that's, like, other kids have to wear a much more strict uniform. They have to wear a shirt and tie and a blazer at other schools.
Active antagonists, not just fucking.
It was horrible. It was just horrible.
I think that a little of that leaked over into my experience as well, where it was like the uniform was laxer 90% of the time, but, like, that once every 2 weeks, it was, like, very strict.
Right.
In that, like, you had to be wearing everything. Like, there was, like, strict color coding as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's literally sacred, so.
It is literally sacred. So, like, if you were out of uniform, it was, like, the maximum, like, punishment of, like, Saturday detention.
Ooh.
Oh
my god.
If you were out of uniform in any way.
Did you ever get that?
Not for that. I got Saturday detention for disrespecting my teachers by not taking a voluntary test.
Oh my god.
I was being mandatorily made to take a voluntary test, and I refused to do it, and so I got it for that.
In what sense was it voluntary?
In the sense that it was a test that was not conducted like, it was you know how some I don't know if you do know or not, but in the US some high school classes you can get college credit for them,
Right.
or university credit.
Right.
It was one of those classes.
Yeah.
And then but the test to see if you like get university credit for that is not mandatory, it's voluntary.
Okay.
So like everyone takes the same class.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it you take like the university like credit test. It's called the AP test.
Okay.
And if you pass the AP test,
Right.
you get the credit.
So you weren't interested in getting the credit, so you didn't want to do the test.
The university that I was going to didn't accept that credit.
Okay, so unnecessary.
So, literally, no reason for me to take the test. On top of that, I was just feeling very bad that day.
Yeah.
I kind of just wanted to take a nap during test time. So, instead of taking the test, I got the test, I put my head down, I just was going to take a nap. And, I almost didn't walk at graduation for that. It was extremely a huge deal.
Jesus Christ.
That I decided not to take that test. Fully, like, the whole school was getting announcements the next day. Like, just a reminder, like, these tests are mandatory.
Oh my
you
God.
do need to take them.
Oh my God.
I had to write a letter of apology to all of my teachers.
To all your teachers? Not even just the one for that class? That's fucking wild.
It was more generalized, yeah.
That's
It's
wild.
like, I'm sorry I disrespected your time because you put so much effort into getting me ready for this test, and I didn't take it because I am, like, just so inconsiderate. I just didn't even realize that
So you
what
went
I
to
was
school-
doing to you.
You went to school in the 50s in England then, actually.
Maybe.
One of the things I'm most proud of my younger brother for was when he was struggling during his A-levels, he just told his geography teacher, I'm not going to bother with geography, I'm going to focus my attention on the subjects that, like, I'm doing well in and I'm enjoying, because I'm having a hard time and those are going to suffer if I put effort into geography. It's like, it's not what I want to do, and it's not going to do me any benefit.
Yeah.
And like, I am so incredibly, like, that's teachers typically treat that kind of action as if it's immature just because you're not doing what they're telling you to do, but it's like the most mature, like, thing
Yeah,
a kid in that environment could possibly do.
absolutely.
And his teacher, like, my old geography teacher as well, responded really well, and she basically just gave him, like, cheat codes and was like, here's the minimum you can do to get a passing grade.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That kind of fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
There we go. Okay, I got both of them in a row. I'm gonna move on to actually the actual fight. Okay, that's the big boy. There's the Lord Schlad.
Is that a Colossus?
That is one Colossus exactly. In fact, that's Colossus 1.
Kind of looks like Trundle from the hit game League of Legends. Have you heard about this?
Of League of Legends? Unfortunately, yes, I do know about League of Legends.
Kind of a hit new game.
Is it
Yeah.
a hit?
I don't know, it kind of sounds like you haven't really played much. You just kind of listen to talk about it.
Yeah?
And it sounds like you've
That's
not really
fucked up.
played it.
That's fucked up that you would say that. For all the hours I've suffered, and then to not be recognized as a MOBA player. No. No! Oh my god. Wonder why! Fuck. That sucked so bad. Oh my god. Oh been quicker to climb up the back at this point. That's not actually true. It takes ages to climb up the back. Get up, you Wally. Right. Oh my god. Just fucking pummeled. His hand just like smashed right onto me.
Yeah, you do have to be careful about the hand. Especially if he's in this icy domain, because then he gets an attack speed buff as well.
Thanks, Jess. You know this isn't actually Trundle.
Well, I mean, he hasn't used his pillar yet, so I can definitely see that.
I can't believe I'm fucking this up so bad. I really haven't practiced it.
I'd also, you're trying to like jump on his head or whatever, but one of his most powerful attacks is his bite.
Well, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong.
He might bite you if you go on his head.
True. Oh my god. Are there any good messages in the chat? I'll take this moment to say, everyone, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider paying for the stream. You can subscribe, watch here, or donate directly using Command Tip. And if you use Command Tip, I'd really, really appreciate that, because I've lost a lot of income from not being able to release videos the last few months. My dad died, and then I was having surgery, and I really want to be able to like pay contributors to make a really good video this month. And I kind of need some help to do that, frankly. So yeah, I just really appreciate it if you would use Command Tip to donate directly. Thank you.
People in the chat are not saying anything good.
Oh no. Oh no. Are they mad at me? Oh no.
Here's what they don't understand, is that Trundle is king of the ice trolls. Okay?
Yeah, that is true.
He's not a good guy. This is actually a good thing to do. It's not sad at all, and actually it's okay to kill Trundle.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking abandon this entire run. It's not even a run. I'm still just gonna restart. I'm gonna restart and actually do like the beginnings of a run to see if I can do the jumps and the exploits correctly.
Right. Well, I can understand. It's frustrating to get trolled. What? Why are you looking at me like that? That's my favorite Trundle quote, when he's like, "It's time to troll." Oh, there's people subscribing and giving me money.
I like when people do that. That's good. Anyway, yeah, I think we should get curry for dinner.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you like Indian food?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know, I haven't eaten it very much. Chaos Merlin has subscribed for 6 months. Yay for the return of Sophie. But for real, I really enjoy your streams and can't wait for more. Also, I don't know if I'm a cat girl, but I'm here.
Thanks, Chaos Melon. I appreciate that. And I appreciate showing up to the stream even though you're not sure if you're a cat girl. That's real dedication. That's what I like to see from people. Okay, I'm abandoning the jump there because I didn't do it once. If I'm trying to be speedy, I want to just go. It's go time.
Haley Snaily says, I'm a snail girl, personally.
Oh. To each their own.
Ultra Breezy says, ooh, what kind of curry?
The spicy kind.
The spicy kind. The spicy kind. I never know where to look on these streams. I tend to like look at the OBS as if that's the camera. I'm not even... Well, it's hard because like I can look at the camera, but then I don't know if I'm actually looking at the camera because I can't see myself look at the camera.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. You're not getting any feedback if you're looking at the camera. What was I going to say? Oh my god.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, people talking about League of Legends. This is what I need.
No!
Why
This isn't what I need.
Why are there people that...
Pay attention to my needs.
Why are there people that pretend as if LOL has lore? After they retconned the hints of Ezreal x Taric, the game had no lore anymore.
I fucking died. That's just embarrassing.
I disagree, because Arcane exists, and that is lore, and it is also very gay, so, I'm sorry to tell you this, but there is, actually good lore for League of Legends now. It's called Arcane.
Is Arcane canon?
I think so.
Okay, that's nice. Holy shit, someone just donated a lot of subs.
Yes, I'm seeing this now. I'm gonna take 5 to 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds to figure out how to pronounce his name.
Can you spell it for me?
D-E-I-N-O-N
Yep. Yep.
Y
Yep.
C-H
So Deinonychus, yep.
Deinonychus
Uh-huh.
Turbo Laser
Wow.
has donated 10
Whoa!
tier 1 subs
Oh my god.
to I really don't know why I started saying the names if I couldn't pronounce the first name. Cat is Cell.
I should re-record.
Catishal.
I just realized I should re-record my alert badges because I do look very cute and I'm being a cute little fox in them, but I have a new face now. And one thing I've been very pleased with FFS is how much more I look like a big cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I should re-record these.
Speaking of cats, slightly different cat.
Uh-huh.
A cat made entirely of urine has also received a gift sub. Mega Dipetus 412.
Uh-huh.
Iron Forward. Emma Woodhouse. Hukas. Tarnished Tiara.
You should always read my sub alerts. This is great.
Snee Knob. Snick Knob.
I want to get one of those like those Vox things where it like trains on your voice and then like can imitate your voice and then like get a text to speech that purposely reads badly and just automate this process.
I'm trying to read good. Bella2917.
Uh-huh.
Wereweasel. League of Legends, more like boring.
Get him. You tell him.
I am treating LOL like a tome of Eldritch lore. The less I know about it, the better. Very healthy.
That is actually entirely correct.
That's a very healthy relationship to the
Getting
game.
put in the 20-minute queue, the 20-minute delay for the queue, and then having to roll sanity because I don't want to be playing this fucking game in the first place, but I can't leave the queue because they'll punish me more.
Right. I can't not play.
I fucking died again. This is so embarrassing. I'm gonna redact it. Holy shit.
I used to joke that it was good that I didn't get to pick my own name, otherwise I'd pick something like Dionicus Turbo Laser. Then then I transitioned. Thank you, Dionicus Turbolaser.
I heard from a friend something that someone had said to them when they introduced themselves, and I've taken it on as something I say quite often when I meet trans people, specifically in a context that, like, when people approach me and they say, "Oh my god, you're Sophie, I love your videos," I'm trying to fight my impulse to go, "Really? Then name 5 of them." Because I find that very entertaining, but they do not enjoy it. It's a bad time for a fan. I've taken to... I like to ask people's names so that, you know, they feel a little seen, which is important, I think. Often they're trans, and then I say the thing that my friend had said to her, which is, "Oh, good pick. Good choice." And I quite like that. It's just like,
Nice.
you know. I met someone the other day called Kirby, as in after the friend-shaped protagonist
That's
of the
so
Kirby
cute.
games, and I was like,
Yeah.
good pick. It's good. Do you want to advertise to everyone that you suck? I guess. Go. Yes. Okay. If I don't get fucking owned right now, if I don't get extremely punked and wrecked on stream for the 3rd time in a row, this is actually a very speedy run so far. Yes, 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 and yes.
But now you see.
Now I see.
You must face Trundle.
It is quite powerful to have, like, taken just a couple weeks off from streaming and come back to playing this game I've been playing, like, since I was, like, 7 years old, and just get absolutely comstered and dumpstered, just completely demolished by, like, the first and easiest boss in the game. Like, truly, just a special magical moment for me.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen Trundle, Cumster, and Dumpster, but I would not like to talk about where I saw that in the context.
We don't talk about League of Legends Rule 34 on this stream. It's not okay.
There's some really creative stuff out there.
I am gonna stick to League of Legends but change the subject.
Sure.
I've forgotten which one it is. There's a champion whose entire thing is around, like, stealth and like kind of being a little Night Stalker. And I think that ult is, like, the map goes dark and no one can see anything.
Nocturne?
Yeah, it's Nocturne. I really like Nocturne's quote where they just say, "Help is not coming." It's just spooky. It's just a good spooky little bit.
Yeah, they're a pretty spooky little champion.
Yeah, I like that spooky little dude. And stab.
You're doing some great work against Trundle right now.
Yeah, I know. It's only been like 2 minutes. I'm like 2 minutes into this run, and I'm about to demolish Trundle. R.I.P. Trundle. Game over. Finally, fucking hell. Now I gotta face the goat, and I haven't faced the goat in 3 weeks either. We'll see how that goes. Oh my god.
Are you gonna face Soraka next?
It's just a literal goat.
Did you just die?
Kinda. Yes, but in a way that's okay for the game. Yes, but the game carries on now. As opposed to yes, but now I have to abandon the run and start over again. Everyone, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider paying for the stream. You can subscribe or cheer or donate directly using Command Tip. If you use Command Tip, I would really appreciate that, especially over the other forms of giving me money. But all of it is giving me money, and I like that. I have lost a lot of income from not being able to release videos. I'm hoping to start releasing videos again this month. But to do that, I really need to be able to pay my contributors. So if you can help me to fill up that green bar, then I will be able to fill up the green in my friends' bank accounts. I don't know. This isn't a good plug. I want to make a good and cool video, and I want to pay contributors to do that, and I need your help to do so. So please consider donating with command tip, or subscribing to my Patreon, patreon.com/SophieForMars, because that will make up the lost income the most direct way by just literally replacing it on patreon.com. Cool. Cool, I did it. I plugged.
Well done.
So usually you're meant to go all the way down that slope and then onto the beach and then all the way over to that gate there and then climb up Quadratus. But the cheeky little skip that I independently figured out before I saw someone else doing it, because I'm just such a pro gamer, is that you can go to this ledge here. Let's go. Fucking jump off the ledge. Come on. Wanda, you fucking useless fanboy. Off the ledge. This ledge here. And then skip cinematic and just go directly onto Quadratus from above. And that works. I'll just save myself like 5 minutes.
Oh, this is Alistar.
Yes, they're all League of Legends champions. Wait till we fight Annie. 100-foot tall Annie.
Is Annie in this game?
No. Sophie showing off the gamer secrets. I mean, yeah, you kind of have to when you speedrun. Pro strats. I mean, yeah, that's the idea. I do actually want to, like, get good at Shadow of the Colossus speedrunning. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. My stamina bar is running out.
That's not good.
It's not. It's really quite bad, actually.
Also, once Alistar stacks enough of his thing up, he can stun you.
Oh, well, he can stun me anyway, because I'm just fucking tiny. Oh,
right.
my God. No, please. Thank you to whoever it was who just donated some money. I cannot read what the money is, and I can't read your name from here, but I do appreciate it a lot. If you want to be as cool as somebody, then you can also use command tip and give me some money.
Anonymous.
Oh, wow. Anonymous?
Anonymous. Thank you.
Thanks. Whack. Come on. Come on. Come on. The real, like, time-saving skip with the third boss is one that I still haven't been able to, like, master, and is absurdly impressive. When I first saw it, I made a sound. I made a sound from my body. It's basically the third boss, Gaius, has a big sword, and what you're supposed to do supposed to do, is like get Gaius to hit a stone plate, which makes the armor on his arm crack, and then you can climb up where the cracks have like left a pathway up the giant. In the speed run, the world record holder anyway, climbs onto the tip of the sword when Gaius like regularly puts it into the ground, and then just like as Gaius pulls it out, jumps and just flips from the sword onto Gaius's forehead and just works his way down, hitting all of the sigils, and
That is incredible.
It's just deeply sexual. It's just unbelievable. I've never been so impressed by a guy who hasn't left his bedroom in 3 weeks. It's mind-blowing stuff. I might have to do some like studying the world record speedrun on stream as well, but I don't want to invite people who have not practiced doing the speedrun ever in their life to offer their opinions about how to do the speedrun.
Right. Well, I've never done the speedrun in my life. However, I think that maybe...
Yeah, I should try getting good.
Well, I wasn't going to say that. I think maybe... Have you tried, like, skipping cutscenes?
Oh, that is worthwhile.
I think I probably just saved you a lot of time.
I think you probably did, actually, yeah.
Anyway, that was my suggestion.
Good job.
Also, if you played League of Legends instead...
Then I would be miserable.
Then you'd be miserable and you'd forget all about speedrunning the game.
Instead of doing something I like, I could do something I hate. And that is advice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's good advice. It's not.
I'm not even saying it was advice. I'm just saying it's something you could do.
It is inarguably a possibility.
Do you think you'd get a better appreciation for Trundle and Alistar boss if you played them in League of Legends?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know.
I fought Trundle before.
I don't know anything about it, and I've never speedrun Colossus before. However, my pro tip is for you to play a different game entirely that you'll hate.
I have fought Trundle before, and it did not give me a better appreciation of Trundle and Shadow of the Colossus. It just made me really mad.
Yeah. It
just made me, like, slap my desk until my hand hurt. So, that's my experience with Trundle. Thank you to someone, I can't read your name, but I can read that you donated £10, and I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try Gaius
I think
just
it's
now.
knives.
Knives?
Sorry, knives.
Thank you, Knives. I didn't know that you could donate while in the room with us. I have 3 knives right here. I'm gonna try Gaius just now. I'm gonna fail at doing the knife flip. I was gonna say sword flip, but my brain got infected by knives. I'm gonna try doing the knife flip, and then fail at it, and then I think we'll wrap up the stream and go get some Indian food.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm swimming. I'm just going for a dip. How refreshing. How is the temperature for you both who are not sitting on heat pads right now?
A little chilly.
It's chilly?
I'm doing alright.
Okay.
I put on my jacket.
True. Good point. This bit here is called The Leap of Faith by the community. Because people fuck it up a lot. It's kind of hard.
Did you just do it?
This bit here.
Oh, I see. Did you just do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not that hard.
What, didn't you just say that it's hard?
No.
Oh, you said people fuck it up a lot. So really you're saying it's a skill issue.
Yeah, I'm saying they should probably get good. Honestly. and furthermore, scrub. And they should 1v1 me at Fountain.
Okay, Trindamir.
Okay, it's time to fail at the knife flip. Who's ready? Oh, beans. Jump, jump! Fucking hell. Nope, 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 no, no. That wasn't it. That's not how you do it. My pro tip to anyone who's trying to attempt this would be would be to not do what I just did, because that's not good. Okay, cool. That's probably a good place to leave it. Just getting incredibly owned. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated, to everyone who has subscribed and cheered. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to figure out who to raid now. So I'm going to change the other screen over so I can do that. Jess, you have any last jokes you can tell?
No.
Thanks.
Didn't have jokes the first, second, third, or last time. I apologize.
That's okay. I didn't warn you before we came on stream that you would need jokes.
Yeah, you didn't say, hey, by the way, Jess, if you could prepare 5 to 6 jokes in advance, just have them, ready to go.
Yeah. Cool. That's good. I know who to raid. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana.
Knock knock.
Wait, what?
Knock knock.
I didn't answer the door.
Knock knock.
Hello?
Banana.
What?
Knock knock. Knock knock. Knock knock.
Please, this is a family neighborhood. This needs to stop.
Knock knock.
No. I'm just like in real life. I'm just at this point I'm hiding under my sheets and I'm waiting for you to go away.
Just do the joke with me. Knock knock.
Hello?
Banana.
Hello. It's nice to meet you, Banana.
Knock knock.
Hello?
Orange.
Hello, Orange.
You meant to say orange who?
Hello, Orange.
Well,
Say the line.
thanks everyone for joining
Say the
us.
line.
Well, I can't because you didn't say orange who.
Orange who?
I wasn't knocking on your door. Everyone, thanks for joining us.